Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gia Giudice says RHONJ cast is jealous of her. Gia Giudice was just a child when she first started appearing on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, but she's never been afraid to speak her mind. In a podcast interview, Gia Giudice's oldest daughter said that the RHONJ cast is jealous. Keep reading to find out why. Gia Giudice says RHONJ cast is jealous of her. The Real Housewives of New Jersey viewers have watched Gia Giudice quite literally grow up before their eyes. She was just 8 when the show debuted in 2009. Now 23, Teresa's oldest daughter is a college graduate with a degree in criminal justice studies. She put plans to go to law school on hold to embrace the social media influencer lifestyle while it's still hot. RHONJ fans are divided over Gia's continued presence on the Bravo show. She often films confessionals and puts herself in the middle of the drama. Gia Giudice launched a new podcast in June after leaving her previous podcast. She brought Gia onto the show earlier this week as a guest. The two spoke about their close relationship. Gia said that she's always had her mom's back and always will. According to Monsters and Critics, Teresa's daughter added that the other RHONJ stars are jealous that they don't have the same type of relationship with their own kids. Denies disrespecting mom's co-stars. While some fans want Gia Giudice to join RHONJ as a full-time housewife, others think she needs to learn her place. She's often accused of being disrespectful to her mom's co-stars, as well as her Uncle Joey. Gia once had a tense confrontation with Teresa's brother that left viewers feeling annoyed. But according to Gia, she's never been out of pocket with the RHONJ cast. "I have never been disrespectful. I've always voiced my opinion and I've always had my mother's back," she said. She added that the other women involve her in the drama. "A lot of these women have involved me and have involved my name in things." Gia Giudice shared a message for anyone who had a problem with her supporting her mom. Gia Giudice, the eldest daughter of Gia Giudice, has grown up in the spotlight of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, RHONJ. From her early appearances as a sweet, emotional child to her present-day status as a confident and outspoken young woman, Gia has evolved into a force to be reckoned with. Recently, she stirred up the conversation by claiming that the RHONJ cast is jealous of her. It's a bold statement, one that reflects not just Gia's rising star in the Bravo universe, but also the ongoing drama that has defined the show for over a decade. Gia's confidence, fueled by years of living in the drama-filled world of reality TV, has reached a point where she's no longer willing to stay in the background. Her comments about jealousy, directed towards some of the show's most iconic and fiery personalities, provide a glimpse into the tension simmering beneath the surface. The beginning of the feud. The friction between Gia and the cast has been building for quite some time. As Gia Giudice's daughter, Gia has always been close to the action, but in recent years she's stepped into the fray more prominently. With her mom's feud with Melissa Gorga escalating, Gia has taken a more active role in defending Teresa, often calling out Melissa and Joe Gorga publicly. It's no secret that the Gorga-Giudice family feud has been a core storyline of RHONJ. For years, fans have watched the toxic dynamic between Teresa, Joe, and Melissa unravel on screen. Gia's involvement was inevitable, especially as she matured and gained a greater understanding of the complexities at play. Now at 23, Gia has her own voice, and she's not afraid to use it. But Gia's increasing influence on the show has made waves among the cast. Some believe she's overstepping, that her loyalty to Teresa blinds her to the bigger picture. Others are wary of her presence, concerned that her growing confidence might shift the balance of power among the women. After all, the dynamics of RHONJ are delicate, and any new energy can send shockwaves through the group. Gia's claim: jealousy runs deep. In a recent interview, Gia did not hold back when asked about the tension between her and some of the RHONJ cast members. "I think a lot of them are jealous of me," she said bluntly, her trademark candor on full display. "I've grown up on this show. They've seen me from a little girl to now, and I think it's intimidating." She elaborated, explaining that her upbringing on television gave her a unique perspective on the RHONJ world, one that the other cast members didn't share. "I know the ins and outs of this world," Gia said. "I've been watching them since I was a kid. I've learned from their mistakes, from their successes. And now they see me coming into my own, and I think it scares them." Gia's assertion of jealousy touches on an interesting aspect of RHONJ culture. The show's cast is fiercely protective of their individual storylines and roles within the group. Any newcomer, especially someone like Gia, who has an automatic connection to one of the core members, is bound to ruffle feathers. Add to that Gia's growing social media following, her foray into fashion and beauty, and her increasing screen time, and it's easy to see why some cast members might feel threatened. The reaction from the cast? Predictably, Gia's comments sparked reactions from several RHONJ veterans. Melissa Gorga, already entrenched in a long-standing feud with Teresa, and by extension Gia, was the first to respond. "Jealous of Gia? I don't think so," Melissa said on her podcast. "She's a kid, and she doesn't understand everything that's going on. But I wish her well." Melissa's response, while polite on the surface, clearly carried an undercurrent of shade. To dismiss Gia's involvement as childish is to undermine her growing presence on the show, and it doesn't sit well with the younger Giudice. Other cast members have remained silent for now, but it's clear that Gia's rising star is causing some waves. Dolores Catania, who has always been a family friend, has expressed support for Gia in the past, but even she might feel the pressure as the younger generation starts to claim their space in the RHONJ world. And what about Jennifer Idem, Teresa's loyal ally? While she's outwardly supported the Giudice family, even Jennifer could be feeling a bit of that jealousy Gia mentioned. As someone who prides herself on being Teresa's #1 confidant, Jennifer might sense a shift as Gia takes on more of that role herself. The future of Gia on RHONJ. Gia's declaration about jealousy raises an important question. Is she on her way to becoming a full-time cast member? Many fans have speculated that Gia's increased involvement is a precursor to a bigger role on the show. After all, she's no longer the shy, emotional child viewers remember. Gia has evolved into a confident, savvy young woman with her own fan base, her own story, and her own drama. If Gia were to join the cast officially, it would signal a significant shift in the show's dynamics. No longer just Teresa's daughter, Gia would have her own voice, her own feuds, and her own alliances to navigate. It's a move that could either strengthen the Giudice family's hold on the show or complicate the narrative even further. Gia, for her part, isn't ruling anything out. "I love my mom and I'll always have her back," she said, "but I'm also my own person. I have my own opinions, my own perspective. If being on the show helps me share that, then why not?" Conclusion. Gia Giudice's claim that the RHONJ cast is jealous of her may seem like a bold statement, but it's rooted in years of observation and experience. Having grown up in the reality TV spotlight, Gia is keenly aware of the politics at play among the cast members. As she steps into her own spotlight, she's not afraid to call out the jealousy and tension she feels emanating from the other women. Whether or not the cast is truly jealous of Gia, one thing is clear. She's no longer just the daughter of Teresa Giudice. Gia is carving out her own place in the RHONJ universe, and the drama is only just beginning. The real question is, how will the cast respond as Gia continues to rise?